Welcome to The Good Life. I'm Ken Mikesell.
Hi, and I'm Barbara Beck.
Thank you for joining us today. It's a great day to be in Central Florida. The spring has sprung.
I love it.
All the things that are happening here, and we have an exciting program today. This is going to be a fun program,
I
Barbara.
tell you, if you love good food, you do not want to change the channel today. Not only, Ken, do we have good food, but we have a guest today who has, like our producer said, more energy and more personality in the tip of her little finger than we have in the whole world. She is just vibrant, full of life, full of excitement, and she's going to share some great food with us and just have a great time visiting today.
That's right. So call your friends, call your neighbors, and invite them to join us today because we have something good cooking in the kitchen today, too.
That's right.
You know, something we really enjoy here at The Good Life is good food and sharing that good food with you.
That's right. And our special guest today is, and I'm going to say it with a little Italian accent, it's Isabella Morgia di Vicari. She's a local chef and a personal chef, is here to share her love for cooking, and later will show us how to make her signature dish.
You did that very well, by the way.
Well, thank you. I've got a little Italian maybe somewhere in there. Isabella, thank you so much for being here with us
Isabella,
today.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us today.
You're very welcome.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, first of all.
Oh my gosh, how exciting. I am a newlywed of 4 months.
Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you. I married a wonderful man. His name is Chef Isabella Morgia, who brings all the beauty of the Italian man and the culture to our marriage. Then I have 3 children. Adriana, my 22-year-old, my oldest. She's a senior at UCF. And she's a dynamic woman.
And she's beautiful, too. She's here in the studio today, and she's gorgeous.
She is, but she's more beautiful on the inside even than she is on the outside.
Good.
She has so much to offer at her age. Adriana's my warrior of the family. Then I have my son, Gabriel, my 20-year-old. He is a junior at Southeastern University, right here in Lakeland.
Yes.
Gabriel has such a heart for the Lord, and he has spirit, and he's got a love like none other at his age. Truly, truly. He's loved by all right? And my baby, Aaron, I know he hates when I call him baby, okay?
But he'll always be your baby. He might as well get that figured out.
Yes, he would. Aaron, my 13-year-old. I've never known any young man that's got such love and admiration for his father like that young man. Oh. Yeah, it's truly a beautiful, beautiful thing. But I think more than anything else, what makes my children so special is that they get it. What do they get? They understand familia, they understand family. They live it, they breathe it. You know, being a part of the Vicari family has taught us many things in life. The good news is that this gift was passed on to me from generation to generation. And my children have made it their own. They've gotten a hold of it, and I know that one day that they too will pass it on to their families.
Well, family and faith, that's what we're all about here at The Good Life. Your faith in your Lord Jesus Christ, #1, and #2 is your family. And I tell you, though, Isabella, when you did bring this darling family here with you to the studio, I went over to meet them. Every one of them, boom, they stood up, straight and tall, shook my hand with these nice, strong, which I love, strong handshakes. They just have strong self-esteem. They know who they are because of this feeling of importance and respect that you've given them. You've done a great job with these kids.
Thank you. You know, such a kind remark, but I got to tell you, people have asked me, Isabella, how did you do this?
Yes.
And it's like, I really didn't. You know, they're all a real gift from God, and I just gave them what was given to me. And that was the most important thing in my life, and that was love. All right, it was loyalty. It was understanding what familia means, and the Vicaris have taught that to me.
And you have a very special greeting to someone, very, very special to you.
Yeah. Actually, today is my mother and father's 49th wedding anniversary.
Aww.
And I just want to say something special to them. I'm going to say it to them in Italian if you don't mind.
Sure. And then you have to tell us what you said.
And then I'll translate. And then I'll translate. Cara mamma e papà, quanto ti voglio bene. Che Dio ti porta per tanti anni. Tanto felicità, risa e amore per sempre. Ti voglio bene assai, grazie. Ci vediamo dopo. What I said to them was, my dearest mother and father, how I love you so much. There's not anyone in this world that I have more love and respect for. And I just said, Mom, I hope and pray that God fills the rest of your lives with love and laughter and peace all the days of your life.
What a legacy. That was beautiful. I love that. You speak Italian better than I do.
Just a little.
Now, one of the things I've noticed about Italian, well, 2 things, and particularly the ones who've settled here in Central Florida, first of all, they love God. There's a great heritage of loving God in the Italian families today, and that family is so strong. But also they love to eat, and they love to have people come over, and there's lots of food when they get together.
Oh, you are so funny when you say that, okay? Because I got to tell you, I truly believe the Italians do it better than anyone else I know. You know, what is it? You know, how do I put it to you? They are able to touch you at the heartstring level. And I think that's a gift that God gave us, all right? So what happens when you touch people at the heartstring level? All right, you become friends. And when you become friends with an Italian, what do? They invite you home. Right. And when they invite you home, you're going to be at their table, all right? And when you're at the table, that's where it all happens, right there. It's so funny. When people come to the Vicari family, I tell them, you never know what you're going to get, all right? I tell you right now, they're a little loud, but they're good people, all right? And whether you want to eat or not, you're going to eat, all right?
And lots of it.
And lots of it. And right when you think it's over, it keeps coming and coming and coming.
And they just send some home with you, too.
And you know, what a joy it is to truly see the people that you love and your friends and your family, everybody around you, just really enjoy what you've prepared for them. There is something to be said about breaking bread together.
You've been in the food industry here in Central Florida for many, many years. Tell us some of the restaurants and establishments that you've been involved with.
Okay, let me give you a quick and dirty background because it's too funny not to tell, okay? I'm first generation here, Italian, in this country. My father's from Calabria, as I started to share with you, the southern part of Italy. My mother's from the northern part of Italy, Trieste, and only in America do those two get together, okay? 49 years to date, as a matter of fact. It's so funny. When we moved down here in 1970, since then, my family has owned 6 Italian restaurants. They owned and they operated them, all right? The very last one that we had for 18 years was called Sorrento's, and that's really where I grew up. All right, it's so funny because being the daughter of Giuseppe and Adriana Vicari, all right, and being the daughter of the owner of the restaurant teaches you many, many life lessons.
I bet.
Lessons that you truly don't get anywhere. At least that's my true belief. And it's funny because when you're there, and I just went blank. Well, besides me going blank, okay,
well, let me tell you what I was thinking of.
Tell me, go ahead.
About hospitality. I could see your parents greeting people as they come into the door. When I first met you, a handshake I started to give you, and I said, no, this lady does more than a handshake. She's a hugger. And it is just something about embracing people. When you're growing up in a restaurant and you're inviting people into something that's very personal when it's a family-owned restaurant.
It really, really is. It's so funny. When people used to come to the pizzeria when we just opened it up, okay, they came because for several reasons. I have 3 brothers, okay? And they were all beautiful, beautiful young men, okay? Domenico, Giuseppe, and Antonio, okay? Then we had Mommy and Daddy and Grandma, all right? And Daddy was in the back cooking with Grandma, and Mommy was the hostess. Beautiful, beautiful woman. And Mommy just knew how to wrap around her arms around people. But then Grandma would come out. She'd come to each table and making sure that you were enjoying your food, that you were eating it. And let me tell you something, you were going to take it home whether you wanted to or not, okay? Because we don't throw food away in this country. There are too many people that are hungry out there.
That's right.